Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome back to another on-the-road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Today, we will be taking a look at this Whirlpool electric freestanding oven. We will show you how to remove, test, and replace your broil element. To begin the repair, we must first access the back of the unit. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. The tools you will need for this repair are a number 2 Phillips screwdriver and a voltmeter. To access your components, you must first remove this bottom cover. It is held on by 2 Phillips screws. Once the screws are removed, pull down, slide out, and set it aside. To remove the top panel, you must go around the perimeter and remove the Phillips screws that are holding it on. I always recommend keeping the top 2 screws in and taking them out last. Push in to hold on to the top. Remove your first screw, remove the second, pull out on the bottom and slide down and set it aside. Now that we have the back panels removed, we have clear access to our broil element. The main reasons why you'd be replacing a broil element is if the unit will not go through broil or it could take a long time to preheat. Some units do use both elements so that it radiates heat from the top and the bottom. So to test your broil element, simply remove your terminals. When doing so, make sure you do a good visual inspection to the terminals. Make sure that your wiring is not broken at the connector or anything like that. Now at this point, with them disconnected, I would set your meter on voltage, put the unit on broil, and make sure we have 240 volts going between the 2 terminals. As long as that's okay, we will test our element for continuity. Now a broil element should be anywhere from 10 to 50 ohms. I will set my meter to an audible tone, so if it's good, you should hear a noise. So this element is actually testing out good. If it did not have continuity, it would need to be replaced. To replace it, let's return to the front of the unit. Now that we are back to the front of the unit, first we'll open the door. Remove your racking by pulling out and up at the same time and set them aside. With our racks removed, we have clear access to our broil element. Now to remove it, first there are 2 Phillips screws in the back that will have to be removed. Now that you have those removed, we can remove the 2 screws that are holding it up to the top. Just make sure you hold on to the element when doing so. Pull down on your element, slide out, and set it aside. When installing your new broil element, first we will slide it through the back insulation. Next, line up one of the first screws on the top and start to tighten. Line up the second screw. If you do need to move this, it does slide back and forth to line it up on the casing. Line up your brackets on the back and reinstall your screws. Now we can reinstall our racks. Now that our element is installed and secured, slide back in your racking. Make sure you do so at an angle and slide it the rest of the way in. Now, let's return to the back of the unit. With your broil element properly installed, make sure you push back any insulation that could have came out. Reinstall your 2 terminals. Now we can reinstall the back covers. To install your top panel, you must slide the top behind the control panel and push up. Make sure your screws are aligned. Install your first screw. Install your second screw. Next, reinstall the screws you took off from the perimeter. Now we can reinstall our bottom cover. To reinstall your bottom plate, you will notice there are tabs on here that correspond with the slotted area on the frame. Line these up and slide them in. You may have to press in on the sides to line them up correctly. Once they're in, slide up on the plate, reinstall your 2 bottom screws. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.